me 1 second. I'm driving home, guys. Traffic is definitely a little bit crazy here in the islands of Honolulu, but I wanted to come on here just to say hello to each and every one of you. Hope you all are having an amazing day. Not sure if you can hear me. However, though, if you can't hear me, just let me know, please, once you come in, so that way we can have a little ride along, have a little open conversation, chit chat and catch up because I've been, MIA for nearly 2 weeks now. But she came back. I got back in action, I would say, on Saturday after the trip. Was an amazing trip, by the way. I got back here on Saturday. I got back in action on Monday today. Right. So I started off getting up, heading to the gym. Yesterday was a pray, and then came today on a Tuesday reset. And I just want to know that every wrench that could have been placed in May, let me tell you, when you've been tested, life and life, you're going to be tested, and you just have to be ready to activate and take action. Hello, Sister Nicole. How are you? I was just checking in with you guys. I know I'm supposed to come on like 11, 11:30. However, though, she been doing adulting. I was adulting today, and I know Brother TNT is coming on around 5. So I'm going to be off of here. I just wanted to come in to check in since today's Tuesday. And normally I always make sure that I come on here on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sunday. I'm not doing every day unless I feel like it at this point in time. But I was committed for 90 days, a few months, 90 days ago, that I was going to come on every day because I was working towards, you know, getting my media in order. This is the only media actually that I have that I've not gotten the grip stuff. I have my Facebooks, I have the Instagrams, I have all the other ones that pretty much legitly together. But this one, YouTube is like my Achilles heel. I'm telling you the truth, you know. But yesterday I came on, I said I did all my activities that I was supposed to do, the gym, start over, trying to figure out, you know, pick up where I left off. And that's what I did. I picked up where I left off when before vacation. Now that I'm back from vacation, guys, when you go on a vacation, I just want you to know that you need to take a few days off and go on another vacation just to rest from the last vacation that you were on. Because even though I was on vacation, and yes, you get a chance to do whatever you want, you don't have to worry about eating and making food and cleaning and all that stuff. But the activities in those areas that you want to attend to, you know, it's a bit exhausting because sometimes you get up in the morning, you're just like 7 o'clock, you got this adventure, and 8 o'clock, another adventure, and then everybody exhausted by the time you get to the boat. sh- Listen, there's activities there to do. The kids not tired, of course not. Those kids can go like if they're on Duracell. So the kids basically they just wanted to keep going. And as parents, since we had kids late. Let me tell you something. When you see that sun going down, Paul, eyes I'll be crisscrossing like, okay, it's time to go to bed. But the kids not ready for that. Sister Nicole said, adventure is in my bed, relaxing. Exactly. That's how I feel. Even and by the way, guys, let me update you on that first before I get to this portion. So in all the cruise, excellent cruise. I had an amazing cruise, guys. My husband just know how to do it. Okay, so we booked an inner island cruise for the second time. This is our second time on this inner island cruise. Hello, brother John, how are you? And I just want you guys to know the experience from the first time was nice, but the second time around was even better because we got a chance to go at a different angle of each island. So, like example, we did the Maui. The first time we went to Maui, we did the 50-mile drive that I let me tell you something. If you don't know what you're doing when you go to Maui, if you ever decide to take a vacation in Maui, you talk about you want to rent a car and drive. If you don't know how to drive or have no type of you know, about your surroundings, I suggest you just listen, guys. Let me tell you something. I suggest you leave that car alone and get an Uber or something, because that's the hardest area that I've ever seen to drive, and that is in Maui because they have one street. So imagine on the road to Hana was long and dreaded. It was a little scary, but not as bad as going on the other side of Lahaina, where they had that big fire born and everything just, they lost a few lives out there. It was very beautiful to go and visit, but we also respected their space. They asked not to go inside of Lahaina, so we kept it around the borders, but you could still see a lot of the buildings building up from the street side, how they're reconstructing themselves and they're building back up. But I just want you guys to know that the experience when we went the first time was different. On the other angle, the road to Lahaina, that one is more dangerous for me because there's cliff. So there's a little tiny road. Have you ever seen the Flintstone where he have to pick the car up and like walk around the edge of whatever mountain that he's going? Well, that's how I felt that we was going to have to do, because the the street was so narrow, and then you have a lot of tourists that comes in. They don't know nothing about the area, so guess what they're doing, guys? They are speeding because they're thinking that they're in California with 8 lanes going one way and 8 lanes going the other way, when in reality, they take up the whole road not knowing. So I was this close to witnessing something horrible, which I'm glad I did not witness, but it was so close because this guy, he was coming speeding on a one-lane road with a cliff with no bars around it. So he would have just be gone with him and all his family. He had all his family in the car. He hit that curb. Thank God my husband know how to drive, and at the end of the day, guys, my husband saw him coming. He didn't see us coming, but we saw him. And when he hit the curb, my husband pulled into the little mountain area to give him space because he would have just fly right off the cliff. So, guys, thank God we didn't witness anything, but just be cautious if you do go to the island of Maui. If you're driving, I suggest the best driver be the one that's doing all of the maneuvering, okay? Because if you can't drive, sit in the back seat, you'll be all right. Then we ended up going to the Big Island. The Big Island was nice. I enjoy the island that split in two. One side of it is Hilo, the other side of it is Kona. I enjoyed Kona. I took the videos. The internet in Kona was much better than on the other side, which is Hilo. And basically, we enjoyed that. We rented a car as always on all the island. We rented a car. We took the kids out on excursion because basically all of our adventures is for the kids. Everything that we do is basically for the kids. We want to make sure that they gain the experience that's needed. However, though, the next time, by the way, Sister Nicole, I'm gonna have to listen in a little bit more because I may end up over there in Washington, so that way we could enjoy. Because one thing I enjoy over there was watching all those little seals in the ocean, and oh my God, that was cute. I love sea life. So at the end, guys, we had an amazing time there. And then coming back, we did the islands of Kauai. That was beautiful as well. All the islands have its own uniqueness. I try to post a little bit of information for each island just in case you guys are considering one day to take the inner islands tour. You can. I think it was a definitely something that you may want to try one day if you do go. But we started out, guys, on these cruises. For this is our fifth cruise, and I could tell you it's becoming part of our normal lifestyle here on the island as a family, where you pay one price and you can go to a variety of different locations for the one price, and everybody can enjoy nice sceneries. And I think it's great, especially for the kids, to experience all the different ins and outs in that area. Now, Sister Nicole says, my adventure is my bed relaxing. Well, that would be me by the time I get home. For the last couple of days, guys, even though I got here Saturday evening, on Sunday, we slept all day. Monday, yesterday, I still fell asleep a little bit more. And today I'm feeling a little bit more better because I had a little extra. extra coffee, and that helps a little bit. But you definitely need to like give yourself another week to recover and to, get yourself acclimated back into the norm. Okay. So for me and my gyms, I'm definitely getting back in there. I hit the gym hard yesterday. I did hit my 10,000 steps. So whoop whoop to all those that are working on at least 2 to 3 days out of the week, hitting your thousands, your 10,000 step. And for those that are doing more than 10,000 steps, I just want you to know kudos to you. Sister Dawn always ends up with 20 something thousand, 14,000, and she's such an inspiration. I can tell you that. So she keeps me motivated every time. She would be like, how many steps did you do? And she's like, 14,000, 17,000, 18,000. So at the end, guys, find yourself a little group of people um that you want to roll with on your journey, and it could be anything. It don't have to be in your fitness and your health. It could be even in your faith walk. Find yourself your group of people that you want to, that both of you all, everybody is seeing the same thing. You all are focused on that fate walk, and go ahead, run, girl, run, boy, just do it. Do your thing, not having to sit there and do it yourself when you can find your little group of confidants that you can hang on to, and you all can grow together. Hallelujah, praise alert. And so that was the vacations. We came back. Kids already started school since yesterday. They are not. My daughter is like, "Can we have a few days? Like next week, can we start school?" I'm like, "No, we're homeschooling. So you definitely got to start. You never stopped." When you're homeschooling, actually, there's not a plan like you can say, "Okay, I'm gonna take off. You got a week off." No, we're still teaching the kids. You are still in that mode of, you still got to learn a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So even though that you're homeschooling, plenty of times during homeschooling, you exhaust yourself as the parent that is teaching the kids, because you got to teach them, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and sometimes you got to go back again as well when it comes to homeschooling. So I'll highly suggest to anybody that's interested in homeschooling, if you're homeschooling your kid, kudos to you. Shout out to all the homeschooling parents. I mean, that's the way to go, guys. I think everybody at this point, y'all need to start figure it out. Homeschool your kids. That way your kids are being taught what needs to be taught at the level that they should be, not in a little box and taking their time to learn certain things. If you teach your kids, they're always going to learn better from the parent than they'll learn from a teacher that, I'm just saying, and a teacher has their degrees, don't get me wrong. Shout out to all the teachers because they have all the patience in the world as well. But if you as a parent can teach your own kids and get a little help for those that has more than one kids may need an assistant, go ahead and pay for an assistant, or figure out how you can find a family member that you could help you guide you with your 5, 6, 7, 8 kids that you have and you want to homeschool. You can still get on the program. There's programs for each kid, each class, whichever grade they're in. Your curriculum is right there for you. So it's not hard. It's just a decision that you have to make as a family. At the beginning, it's like a little bit, tough to homeschool a kid because you're learning. You're so used to just dropping them off at the school, leaving them for 8 hours, picking them back up, and then dinner is served. Like, we are so spoiled in today time in life. It's hard sometimes when you got to make a little change and shift. Not everybody's used to that switch, that little switch that comes on with change, but it's necessary. Change is never going to be easy, but change is necessary. So I am the first one to start cutting, pacing, dotting, crossing the T's. Listen, we sometimes you just got to learn how to maneuver yourself around the mess. And for me, if you're thinking about homeschooling, go ahead and get it done. Get her done. If you start, the earlier you start your kids and get them into the routine, trust me, they're going to know more than you in the next 2 to 3 years, because these kids are very smart. I mean, my daughter can run around me on the computer. I mean, she's like, "Oh, you got to hit this button. How do you share the screen, Jada?" She can share the screen for you. These kids be learning things. They learn a lot of things because all the little kids are getting together and they're teaching each other how to do this, how to do that. And I feel like homeschool is the way to go. Trust me. Remember, today is what? Today is the 12th or the 13th of the month. And y'all gonna be telling me in the next 4 to 5 years, like, girl, Paulette, I started homeschooling is the best thing next to sliced bread. All you need to do is get your routine down pack. And are you gonna put a little bit of extra time in? Yes, you will. As a parent, as a teacher, you're gonna put some time in, but it's well worth it. Okay. My daughter is in seventh grade on a ninth grade level math. So go figure. Imagine if she was in school, the teacher is going to be like, what's two plus two? Oh, that's three. Go in that corner. What's two plus two? Oh, that's nine. Oh, you go way over there. Like, they're going to put your kids in whatever little blocks that they can put them. And the ones that's easier to learn, they're the one that gets pushed through. The little ones that has some difficulty, you're going to put some time into those. And sometimes they go into special need class because they can't learn as quick as the others. So just know that if you're dealing with your kids, and I'm going on a different tangent, but there's so much I want to talk about. Listen, guys, I have not been on live, and the internet is being very nice to me right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and take advantage of this. So, homeschooling, go for it. You won't regret it. Back to Tuesdays resetting. As you all know, today's Reset Tuesday. And what I wanted to talk about is, yes, I am back. Health and fitness, you all know, is my reset moment. But I wanted to talk about going through the motions and changes, and also pushing yourself through the changes, not stopping. You're just yielding through the pain. You're going through it, you're squeezing yourself through it, and you're just making it to the other side. So pushing through. Today I had to do a lot of push through. Today I had to do a lot of biting my tongue. Today I had to do a lot of activating patience, and you know making sure that you just stay in your seat, staying silent, know what the end result is going to look like, and allowing God to just maneuver. So I definitely had a testimony that, I just saw God present through it. Okay. Where we are coming up right now, my son is 16 years old. So we're coming up on having to go through, listen, having a special need kids, there's different levels. Okay, you're gonna have your in denial phase. Okay, that's the beginning. That's when you see all the beauty in it. You can't see a defect. You just see it. Oh, no, 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 no. And everybody else that's the professionals is telling you that maybe you need to consider this or that, but you're in denial. So I went through my denial phase. And then when at 9 years old, you go through another denial phase, but it becomes more accepting now, because we had to go and face with the medical field, and then you have to take notes, and we have a whole big tri binder, with all of my son's medical situations, everything that he'd been through. We kept saving, because when he turns 18, you have to go through a court. Now imagine the trauma as a mother with a special need kid that you have to go through, from accepting, okay, I'm gonna have a child that's gonna be with me for the rest of my life. And not only that, now before they turn 18, you gotta go and fight for them again. Like, we've been fighting now for the longest. I'm like, Lord, this is gonna be a tough one. I'm just on stage 16. He's just 16, but we had to go to the courts today. And let me tell you, whenever you're doing anything in a public setting, I just want you to know it's not easy. So for those that have younger special needs kids, just preparing you guys for the future, to let you know that before that child turns 18 years old, you're going to have to put 5 petition, so that way you can be his guardian. Okay, when they turn 16, like right now, my son has a special need kids, he's 16. As a parent, if you don't have all the medical together, you no longer have access. And I'm speaking in behalf of my scenario here in Hawaii in the military. There's no access to his medical. Yes, I can get him, but it's so much ups and downs. It's no longer I can just pull him up through my portal. He needs to have his own portal because he's special needs. He don't know how to do all of that. So as parents, I think it's unfair for us to have to go through so much ups and downs with our special need kid, especially the ones that's being well taken care of. I think they should have different scenarios for the kids that's special needs that's being well taken care of, not to have to go through so much drama and trauma to getting their paperwork together. And yes, you're going to have those onesie twosie that is just wicked parents. I'll call that wicked parents that's just abuse and use their little kid. I understand those scenarios. You need to have that strong, you know, court in there. But for me, I'm gonna tell you, today we were there for like over 4 hours. We did four in and out of the court because the lady, she was just having a bad day. She was just, when we pull up to her window, we were the first one in line. She was just had a spirit of just rebelliousness. Oh my God. Listen, guys, it's nothing wrong with being kind. Why you have to be so mean all the time? You know, if you're having a bad day, stay home. You don't need to go to work. Stay home. Give that job to somebody that really need it. If you have an attitude, work on you. Stay home. You know, anyway, she just had an attitude. So we go to her window, and every little thing that she could have marked up on the paper, she marked up. She said, don't put that into parentheses. Take this out of parentheses. Put that into parentheses. Scratch this off. And then we were like, okay, so what next? She's like, oh, you have to go. And now she say, you have to go to Office Depot and buy a whiteout because I ain't wasting my whiteout on all this. That lady sent us. We had to come out of line, go back again. We had to go back again, guys, and fill out the paperwork that she scotch, like mark up, fill it out again, print it out, bring it back to her. Went and buy our whiteout so we could clear that part out. Clean it up. Went. That was the second time. The third time, she told us we had to go get two more photocopies. We had to leave the courts, go back in again, get the photocopies. Came back. Then she told us, she said, well, we can't attend you right now because you need to go and fill out some petition paperwork that they should have told us from the first time. So long story short, guys, in every adversity that you go through, God is going to show up right on time. Because in all of that miserable woman that had us in and out of the courts, we stayed humble. We stayed consistent. We did not change our attitude, even though I wanted to. I was in my head like, Lord, if she just look at me, I'm gonna just snap. And I had this spirit of peace that says, calm down. It's gonna be okay. It was so bad that one of the other ladies that was closed, her window was closed. She came around the corner after that fourth time that we were going back and forth in and out of court. And mind you, every time you come out of the court and go back in, you got to go through the conveyor belt, put all of your phones in one place, put all the other thing in the other place, and then you got to go and you have to go through this little magnets to make sure you don't have any metals and stuff on you. So four times doing that, and the lady turned around and a stranger came out of nowhere that works there. And she said, you know what? She said, come over here. Let me help you. She said, I'm going to help you. That lady grabbed her packages. She's like, this is right. This is right. Correct, correct, correct. And she said, now you have to wait to get your, it could take probably a day, 2 days, 3 days. It can take a month or 2 months that they're going to give, the judge is going to stamp a time for you to come into the courts so we can petition for our son power of attorney, like, because our guard, we're going to be his guardian, but we can't just be his guardian as his parents. We have to go and petition for it, and the courts have to ask him. I'm like, my son is special needs. What is he gonna say? Like, he don't want to go to mommy or daddy? Like, what are you all trying? Like, but I know they're doing it because they want to make sure that the kids are safe and understand. But at the end of the day, guys, after that lady was being so mean to us, another lady that we didn't even had encounter with came over and she blessed us with helping us. And we were thinking we were going to have to wait a few months for them to email us and tell us, the next step. Well, mine, that same lady that took our package from us after the other lady treated us so horribly and stamped in our thing, went to the judge personally and got the date for us to go in within the next couple of weeks, guys. We have our date to go and plead our petition for our son. And that's the part of special needs that is a little bit hard sometimes, because as you know, as you're having your special needs kids, you're like I tell you, you're in denial at the beginning, then you're gonna go through the acceptance, then you get the acceptance, then they're gonna tamper with your feelings again at the age of 9 and 10, because now the doctor's gonna step in and they're gonna give you all of the paperwork on the pros and the cons. Like, when the kids hit this age, you got to do this. When he hit this age, you got to do the other thing. So, it's emotional every time for me, because my son is that's my soft spot. Listen, don't blame my kids now. However, though, my son, because he's my special need kids and we have been through so much, that is my soft spot. So I ended up going in, and the lady, God just stepped in. And like I said, we got a date to come in, and I got all emotional because I was like, here I am struggling, trying to tell this girl 2 words. I just wanted to, I wanted to say something. The flesh was activating, trying to activate today, but God was like, "Hush, Paulette, don't be coming out there with your sharp tongue, just shut it down. Let me help you. And actually, I'm going to help you in a place where you didn't even plant it." God good. He got where I was at that was supposed to help me didn't help me today. Somebody else on the opposite side came because they probably either heard or saw, or God pricked their heart, came over, assisted me, took care of everything that needed to be taken care of. Hello, Sister Denny Coles. And then on top of that, guys, I got a date for December. I mean, just like that, boom, boom, boom. Instead of waiting, it weren't no wait, I had already wait. My sharp tongue was about to go off in the flesh, and the Lord just said, "No, no, 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 Paula, you be still." But I know, like I was mentioning to some of my sisters today, like, sometimes you sit there and you ask God for patience, because I know with my special needs son, I've been asking for patience for a long time, guys. Lord, give me patience. Lord, give me patience. And then I have a scenario like this today where 4 times you're in and out of the courts. And mind you, these courts, they don't have a whole nice parking. So that means we're across the street parking. So we have to walk, my husband and I, across the street 4 times just to get in a car to go and figure out whatever that lady was sending us. They didn't have the printers to come back again. And on the fourth time, I was like, Lord, I can't take this. I'm about to spasm out. And stranger just came and said, "I want to help you." And helped us. And guess what? All that is taken care of. God is good. That was something where you could see the Lord activate. Why? Because you stayed the course. You stay in your seat. You see, when we stay in our seat, we will never lose, because you know where you're supposed to be. I ain't trying to do God's work. I know He was going to take care of it, but I was like, Lord, I have to make it go 4 times. Like, can you step in on the second one? You could have just jump in there, but it wasn't time yet. You got to wait the right timing for everything. So that was my story today with court. So we have the process. We were thinking we have to wait a whole year in order to get a court date, but no, we don't have to wait a whole year. And then we're going to do that within the next couple of months to go into the court. We're going to petition for my son. Now I have to speak to one of my other sisters. And I have friends that have kids that's in their 20s and 30s already that with special needs that can help assist me in, okay, what to do next? How did you do this? How did you do the other thing? What steps should I take to do this portion or that portion? So, it's always good that along the way you find those onesie twosie little groups that can help guide you through. And what I've learned throughout my life, that sometimes all the little bunch, let me tell you, God chose, at the beginning it was 12 and then it turned into 3. And that's like anything you do. Everyone is not going to be with you in every season of your life. Some seasons you're going to grow out of. Some seasons you have to blossom. I saw on it was on on a commercial, and they were talking about, sometime you dim yourself to fit into certain areas, and not knowing that when you remove yourself, you blossom. And that's what happened. They showed the little sample of this plant that was covered up in this plastic, and it was like, narrow to fit into the area where they had the other plants. But then when they took the plastic off, the plant just flourished. It just poof, it was like, oh, I can breathe now. It just flourished. So most of the time, what God does is He remove all the distraction. He remove the things in your life that no longer serves you. And we must leave things alone. Okay. Don't be going back looking for when God removes something, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Deuces. Okay. Because everyone is not going to be with you in every season of your life, because everybody's on a different path, everybody's on a different journey, and growth is different. So I mean, what God is working on me with, He may not be working on somebody else with. What He's working on somebody else with, He may not be working on me with, and either vice versa. He don't want no hindering during the process. He want everybody to grow at their timing, and some people needs to do a lot of growing. And if if you stay around certain times, you stay stagnant. So that's what I'm saying. My friends that I met friends when my son was 3 years old. They were in my life for a season. They taught me a lot. I've learned a lot during that period of time with them. They showed me the next step. When we moved to the next season, when he turned 9 years old, that was one season. All the other, don't mind you, my friends that I had when my son was 3, we're still in communication. Nothing changed. It's just that their kids is at a different level now. And if I have to, I could still reach out to them. But what I'm saying is always don't never burn and sink your ships. Always make sure you could go back and cross the bridge every once in a while. You may not be in the season with the individual, like my friends that I met when my son was 3 that helped me to guide me to push my son to the next level. We're not in that same season anymore. However, though, if I need to, I can cross the bridge. Okay, you stay connected, you stay with your relationships, you continuously keep building on that relationship. However, though, sometimes even if you're in different seasons, you can still go back to certain seasons to try and figure out or ask certain questions of, okay, so your child is the same age of my child. What would you do differently, if you were me? You could ask certain things like that, especially if your kid is special needs and theirs were special needs. I have friends that we all started off in special needs kids, and their kids was no longer in that season. My son stayed within the special need program because he has the developmental portion where he had the cognitive. The other kids probably just had the speech, or they just had a different type of development. So their seasons is different now. That some of them move on and just came out of that special need program, and some of them stayed in. My son was one of them. So I found new friends with special needs kids that is in the same programs as he's in high school now, that they can help guide me through. I have a friend on the mainland. I have like 4 friends on the mainland. Each has their own different special needs kids. I have friends that came back here that has their kids and their special needs kids as well. And you ask question, and that's how you grow your little family. You call it your little ohana, a special needs family, that we all share a little bit here and there so we all can stay growing together. But what I was mentioning or trying to say to you guys is, don't burn your bridges. Always keep the roads clear, so that just in case you have to use them again, you could always go back to. Okay. So if you met some of the friends that I met about 15 years ago, you know we can still call each other up like, hey girl, how you doing? you know Everybody has their own lives now. Kids are in their 20s. Some of them, moved out independently. Some of the kids are still, or the families are still around in the island, and some of them moved to the mainland. But we're just a phone call away. Why? Because Paulette don't burn her bridges. I could always go back to cross the bridge. Okay, so that's a key for me when you're in the special needs cycle or circle, where you always make sure you're just a phone call away. Or your friends, they're very friendly over there. Don't feel like you're the only one that's going through the scenario. There's people that been there, done that, got a pusher. I have a friend, her son was in the cognitive. He just had he was autistic, but he will forget where he was at in 2 seconds. And she would, after a period of time, some parents, not that they're joking, it's just that your kid. So we were all would meet up at the speech therapy, and my son was going for speech. The other friend, she was going for speech. But that one, they were going for memory. They were building memory for him. And she was like, I have to go and check on him now, because I'll be thinking he going left, and when I know he go right, and he just get discombobulated. So there's different levels of where your kid is. You're going to learn your kid, so that way when you speak to another special need family member, you will be able to identify with them, and you will be able to say, hey, how do you do this? When my son was not potty trained, it took him a long time to get potty trained. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, Lord, I cannot afford all these diapers 24/7. And he's a big dude. Like, my son is a you saw my son, he was always just a big kid. And I'm like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna do this? So I asked questions. And one of the my nephew actually helped enforce it. She's like, get some Cheerios, make it fun. And let me tell you, my nephew came and helped me help my son potty train, because at that time my husband was deployed. So sometimes you're going to find people that comes in, even if it's a family member for a little season, that you trust now. A family member that you trust. Make sure it's somebody you trust. Don't be bringing in anybody in your house trying to help your kid figure out how to get potty trained. Don't do it, okay? So it was someone that I trust, but it was a season. Now he got his own kids, and he is dealing and working on his kids. And one of them has is probably is in the speech program as special needs too. Even if you have a speech impediment, that's part of the special needs program too. So his son has the speech, but thank God he had come, and he had already had experience with my kids. So his kids was piece of cake now when he has to come around. So that was a pretty good experience for both of us. I've learned a lot from seeing them two interact, and how my son learned things from him. And then you just continuously, now we're in a 16-year process, moving into 17 years. In a couple months my son is going to be, and then we got to go and petition for him at the courts, so that the courts can look at us and see if we're fit parents to deal with a special need kids, and if we're handling all of his needs that he need. So it's a lot. Hi, Sister Dawn. Yes, sis, I know you're at work. My poor sister. I'm trying to talk my way until I get home, sis, because let me tell you, girlfriend, my eyes is closing down. So I need to talk till I can get home at least. But thank you for stopping by, Sister D Nicole. I know you probably at work as well, and Sister Dawn is at work. I appreciate you guys for coming by the little bit, and I appreciate that. Y'all knowing if whenever you can show up, I appreciate it. Okay, is a blessing just to know that you know you have the opportunity sometimes that people can just drop in, and they're working. So thank you. I'm grateful for all those that take the time out to come over a Life with Paulette. I am grateful. Thank you so much for just showing the love. I appreciate that. So thank you guys. Get that money, baby. Get the shmoney. Oh my gosh, it's been a minute since I did a shmoney talk. But how are you guys doing today? Hope all is well with everybody. Um, Paulette is just getting acclimated back into, the normal routine, if you want to call it that, the little routines that I used to have before 2 weeks ago. And now it's a little tough here and there because now we got back, and the week holiday is right around the corner, and everything is getting backed up. So you want to X out all of those different questions and appointments that need to be done before next year. So guys, let me tell you, we are definitely on that roll right now, trying to figure out all these questions and all the things that need to be scheduled and stuff like that. So, Sister Dawn said, like I told you earlier, my sinus are killing me. Poor Sister Dawn. See, I'm breathing. See, if Georgina was on right now, she's like, Paulette, do you have a cold? I'm like, no, I'm breathing through mine's doing the stuff up too, but I think it's because I've been in the car all day. I'm exhausted. And, the AC been on. So I'm thinking that that's why my nose is I'm sounding like you know, that I'm a little congested too. But Sister Dawn, your sinus, I hope that you have your sinus medicine, you know, um, to take care of yourself, sisters. Make sure you all getting your vitamins, drinking a lot of water, getting some sleep, because that's how it is. Look at you two about making your shamane. Look at them. They're working. And by the time the sun come up, Sister Dawn and Sister D Nicole, they're working. That's what I love. They have one of the most um, you know, their work ethic is goals. Not many people have that work ethic. And I've never heard the complaining like yeah, you're gonna be tired here and there. But when I said, like I did you went to work? No, I didn't go to work. No, they go to work in pain or whatever. I admire that. Keep being an inspiration, guys. That is what I'm talking about. The where you go through the pain, you push yourself. Who else is gonna do it? If you don't do it, who's gonna do it for you? You gonna sit and complain about it, or you gonna just get it done, gear done? And you guys, both of you guys, just go gear done in pain. You gear done regardless of what you're going through. You just have the work ethic. Not everybody has a work ethic. All they have is the complaining ethic. Yeah, complain, 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 criticize, condemn, and complain. Oh my God, and don't take action. So you got to take actions. Even if you want to do a little criticizing, condemning, and complain, take action though. So God can activate. So I say kudos to you guys that have the amazing work ethic, because if many more has that work ethic, life will be a little bit easier. It definitely would. Sister Dawn say, yep, have medicine at home, and I'm juicing too. Look, Sister Dawn can show off her juicing. What juice did you make today? Sister Dawn be making some juices. I could tell you that juice that you told me about, the gut juice, that's a good juice. I think you mentioned the lemon, ginger, cucumber, and something else. Was it pineapples? What was the gut one, Sister Dawn? Let me know that, since I'm gonna have to buy my stuff again. John said, girl, trying to get another job, but on a part-time basis. That's how, see, look at that. See, I told you your work ethic is wild, Sister Don. It's wild. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Ain't nobody got no time. My husband be like, babe, you tired. I said, boy, when you see Paulette resting, I'll be 6 foot under. Is it 6 foot? It's 6 foot under, right? I think it's six. That's when you're gone. When you go to bed on the other side. That's when you rest. Okay. Right now, you all we got dreams to take care of, guys. We got goals. We got things, people to bless. Paula don't got no time to talk about, I'm tired. I'm tired. I mean, I can tell y'all I'm tired. I'm tired right now, but what am I doing? I just finished work. I'm heading home. And I didn't want to drive all the way home by myself. So you know what I did? I turned on, and I'm gonna drive until I get home with you guys in the next couple little minutes, and we're gonna say toodaloo, a bitty goodie, baby, bye bye. Sister Dawn said, my dad instilled the ethic in me from I was knee high. It's incorporated in my DNA. That's right, Sister Dawn. That's the thing. Work ethic is something that is definitely taught because my mom, trust me, I didn't even when I came to America here with my son, I hear his stories and he was like, latchkey kid, latchkey kid. I was like, what is latchkey kid? Didn't even know what no latchkey kid was. But I had my grandmother on this side, and I had my mom on the other side all my life. It wasn't no kids staying home by themselves. No. If my mom had to go somewhere, my grandmother was right there to activate. And trust me, she was stricter than my mom. So at the end, I didn't know what latchkey kid was. So the work ethic, I would see my mom work. My mom is a seamstress. Okay. My mom sews for weddings. She's one of the tops on the island, and that's what she do. She's a seamstress. She makes wedding dresses. She makes anything. She could do anything. Okay. And that was before they had all these extra patterns. She would do things from scratch. She was just good at what she do. She vision it and she go and she do it. So I only saw work ethic. My dad been working from a young age all his life. Work ethic. My grandfather, work ethic. My grandmother, work ethic. So at the end of the day, when you're seeing that, that's all you know. I don't know. I would see like right now, do I have to work? No, I don't. But I have a work ethic in me. I can't stay home and just look at the walls. I have things that I want. I have dreams that I want that, you know, am I being taken care of? Yes. Paulette I got everything I need. I'm good. Trust me, I'm good. But I have a work ethic. I can't see myself just sitting down. I gotta get up. I gotta get my walk in today. Let me see how many thousand steps I made. I made a total 6,000 steps just because I decided, well, most of those darn steps was all that court that lady had me going 4 times in and out, crossing the street, crossing back, and driving to the next place. Let me tell you something. That in itself, I think that was 4,000 there. And then I did a little bit of work, here and there. But when I'm doing lift, I don't get a lot of walk in. It's when I'm doing like Spark is what makes me get my thing together, where you're moving back and forth. So I like when I do Spark or when I do, but DoorDash is just embarrassing at this point. I have not turned DoorDash on for the last 6 weeks, guys. I don't play. DoorDash have become one of my least functionable apps. Now, for those that's on DoorDash and you're doing pretty good with DoorDash. Kudos to you. But when it comes to Shmoney Talk, for me, the best app that works best for me in my zone is Walmart Spark. You get up, you do 2 to 3 little orders, you hit your 60, 70, sometimes $80 for three little shopping deliveries. Then you turn on your Lyft and you get your another little $100 there. You're at $200 a day right there. And you're done. And you can get whatever your gym in, you can get your shopping in, you can get every little thing in on top of work and still hit $200. So at the end of the day, I don't want to hear no, I don't want to, I can't wait till I get where I don't want to work. No, you're gonna be back out there. Trust me, you're gonna be back out there. Who gonna take care of you? Who? You need to put that work ethic in. You need to make sure that you know you're moving your feet. Well, if you have dreams, not everybody has big dreams and goals and stuff. So, some could retire today and be good. Some people have big dreams. I have big dreams. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. And life been good. Life been good. I just finished up on on one of my major dreams. Got all that activated. Praise the Lord. To God be the glory. I mean, just when I thought that it was done, God said, Paulette, here you go. And there it is. Bless it. He came in and he blessed it, give it, handed it over, and that's because you put action in. When you put action in, God activates. Thanks be to God. That's how it works. Sister Dawn says my carrot, cucumber, and lemon. Oh, it's three. I thought it was four. Okay, sister, carrot, cucumber, and lemon. I'm gonna be making some more of that. I still have carrots. I still have lemons. You know my cucumbers, Sister Dawn. Maybe I didn't use them fast enough. I came back. Those things was butter. Okay, and I bought the Japanese one, the one that had the wrap on it, the one that has like the little plastic wrap. They wrap real nicely. I thought it would have preserved it more, but it didn't. It just did not work like that. So anyway, sisters, I'm gonna try that though. I like that one. The only thing is, I need to make my bulk again. Before I went to vacation, I made a nice little bulk, little batch, and that lasts a little bit. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make another little batch so that that way um I can have and start back up on the juicing. I need to start on the juicing, guys. Let me tell you something, Paulette. I'm so serious about this health and fitness. I definitely gonna start on another hike. The hike that I'm about to start doing is probably gonna be Oh, ginger. I knew it was four things. It was four things. It was ginger. So ginger, lemon, cucumbers, and carrots. Got it, sister. Got it. I got carrots. All I'm missing is cucumbers because the ones that I had left, by the time I come back, they were all melted. They were no good. I was like, how these fruits, what are they doing with these fruits these days? I was talking to a sister the other day. She was like, you know what? I need to get the whole food fruits. And rightfully so. I'm thinking they probably have less preservatives in them. But I'm going to be making another batch when I get home. You say I bought ginger, so I'll be adding that in. Oh, nice, Sister Dawn. Sister Dawn and play. You know what, Sister Dawn? Send me a picture so I can see it, so I can get motivated again. Because I need to grab me some cucumbers. I need cucumbers for mine. That's what I'm missing. Do y'all see my eyes? Do y'all see my eyes? Guys, I'm exhausted. I did a little bit of everything today. When I finished up with the courts, I guess because it's an emotional thing for me whenever I have to deal with my son and the special needs. So it's emotional for me. So I was full, and I just got to the car, guys, and I just had to let it out. Like tell Sister Tanya sometime, I'm like, there was a little bit of dust in that car. Oh, yes, I was so full, but at the same time, I was so grateful. I saw God working right in front of me in real time. Guys, let me tell you, when you witness that, that was like, oh my God. Oh my God, right in real time, he just popping. And he was like, let me handle this, Paulette. You leave it alone. So all of that had me like overly, like, you want to call it joyful, you want to call it like filled, but I was filled today, guys. I was filled today. No, I did not speak in tongues, but I was filled and emotional, very emotional after the fact. Because at that moment, I was just playing tough, like that girl, I'm about to tell her why she's so mean. But I said, nope, I'm not going to do it. So uh, I didn't do it. And guess what? I'm so glad I didn't say nothing to that lady. At the ending, she became very nice. Maybe the spirit worked on her too, because the lady that I didn't even dealt with came around and she was so peaceful. I had to tell her, ma'am, you have such a beautiful spirit. So I guess I don't know what happened, but whatever happened, the little mean mug lady, she transformed into the nicest thing after. Anyway, people's gonna be people. The good thing about this world is people. The bad thing about this world is people, especially mean people. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh, hallelujah. Yeah. Yes. But anyway, guys, that's what I have for you guys today. We're coming up on a few minutes. I know, by the way, Brother TNT is coming on today. I think it's 5:30. 5:30, 5:45, 5:35, something like I'm not 100%, but I know Brother TNT should be coming on today. Today's Tuesday, and he's going to do the after hours. So for those that are not um that not subscribed to Brother TNT, go ahead over there and get subscribed and go ahead and watch. I don't know what the title is, but it seemed like it was nice. It's gonna be good. Go over there and get yourself some nice little information over there on whatever topic they're gonna talk about. Today I thought Mr. Ham was gonna come on, but Mr. Ham, he didn't come on today, or did I miss Mr. Ham's live? I don't think I missed Mr. Ham's live. I didn't see him come on today, even though he was posted to come on today. Did anybody in the chats know if Mr. Ham came on today, or nobody know anything? Because I was thinking he was coming on today, but he didn't come on. So, Mr. Ham probably was working or had to reschedule. But anyway, guys, like I mentioned to you guys, hope all is well with you. Go ahead. Brother TNT is coming on in a little bit. Go ahead and chime into his channel. They're going to talk. Their topic tonight seems to be very interesting. So all of his topic, I pretty much enjoy. So I'm looking forward to going over there in the after hours as I get home here and go and work a little bit making dinner for these kids. I'm gonna have Brother TNT and Sister Nicole in the background just playing. But for right now, guys, we are out of traffic. Today was a very overwhelming day for me. It was a full day. I accomplished a lot. I saw God's hand in a lot of what went on today. And I just want you all to know that He is alive and he works in real timing, and he may not come when you need him, but he's coming right on time. I mean, I think it's something like that. He came in right on time and he activated. And let me tell you, I just went to the car after God did all his activation, got everything done, and I bawled like a baby. I just cried. I'm sorry. Y'all know me for crying. I'm gonna just let it out. I'll let it all out. And right now, she went to work, got some nice little rides, and Paulette is heading home to be with the family. So hope all is well with everybody else. Sister Dawn, I just want to say thank you for dropping by Life of Paulette, Sister D. Nicole. I know you guys are working. Keep inspiring us, guys. Sister Dawn, Sister D. Nicole, Sister Davis, all those hardworking mothers out there. I just want to say shout out to you. Um, Today was like a memory, like a reminder of, mothers are never stop being mothers. I just want y'all to know that, because when I had to go and plead for my son, I felt like I had rebirthed him all over again. And I mean, it's not easy out here, guys. It's not easy. Be kind. Stop with the wickedness. Put God first. Don't allow nothing to distract you. And that's where I'm at in my life. Nothing is going to distract me from my faith walk. Nothing. Not my mother, not my father, not my sister, not my brother, not you either. Okay? Nothing is going to distract me. And I just hope that everybody have that attitude where you see stupidity and I just move. I don't have no time for it. Paulette is comfortable in her seat. I'll stay in my seat, remain in my seat, and I love God to keep blessing. And that's what He doing, girl. He blessed today. Woo! Shout out to God for activating when you put the work in. Okay? I put the work in, got activated, and I just want to say I stayed in my seat. I stayed in my seat comfortably, comfortably, comfortably. Yes, yes, yes. Anyway, guys, like I mentioned to you guys, after me, I know that Brother TNT is coming on. Go over there and show some love to Brother TNT. Um, and basically, and Sister Nicole. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay, there's the ambulance. Okay. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's never a dull moment in this area. These people be walking across the street and not even looking at the walk, like They feel the cars need to see them. No, you need eye contact the cars. But that's how it works, okay? Hi, Sister Nicole. Sister Nicole, what time is Brother TNT coming on? I think it's five something. If you want to drop the information, sis, go ahead and drop Brother TNT information so that way everyone else can get the memo. I think it's 5:30, 5:45. Brother TNT is coming on. And I can't remember the topic, but if Sister Nicole is in here, go ahead and drop the topic so that way everybody can see it. Sister Nicole said, I believe he's coming on about 45 minutes. I'm sorry, I had to step up. Oh, okay, in 45 minutes. Okay, good, good, good. So we still have time, man. We still have time. I was here thinking he had just came on. He was about to come on at 5:30. I'm sorry, don't know how to drop the oh sister. Me either. Listen, I know how to do it if we're on StreamYard, but I'm driving, so I don't know how to do it either. Um, Yeah, okay. So in 45 minutes, Brother TNT is gonna come on. So you all make sure you go over there and support one another and stay encouraged and inspired on these YouTube streets. Because sometimes they can be a little tough, a little bit rough, but you gotta just stay the course. Stay in your seat, guys. Stay in your seat. Don't move. Don't move. Let God do the maneuvering. And when he does the maneuvering, you'd be like, oh, it was so impressive. It'd be so impressive when he does it. When we do it wrong all the time. All the time. When the flesh step in, it's a failure. When the flesh step in to anything, it's a failure. So just sit down, move away, and let God. And when God touch it, guys, you'll be like, wow, I would have never thought I would have done it like that. Of course not, because you ain't God. Oh my God, let's see what else is going on in here. Sister Bar's still okay, he's still busy. Okay, but tell Brother TNT now, when you see me pop home, when I pull dinner out, he needs to be on already because I like the background, where you can really get into it and have the conversation and listen in because I need to cook dinner tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna cook. I have no idea what I'm gonna cook tonight. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I need to cook something because the kids is gonna be looking forward to something to eat. So, I can't say a sandwich because my son is gonna look at me like, "What do you mean? What do you mean a sandwich? I want rice and meat and he gonna want food." Sister D Nicole, I just want you to know. I'm still waiting on your recipe for that cornbread. That secret recipe that you don't want to share with nobody. That's the one that I want. Because that plate of beans and dumplings and stuff that you had with that cornbread, I was like, oh my Lord, that looks so good. I could taste some of that right now. So good. Let me tell you, shout out to all the good cooks out there. I just want to say hello and thank you. Most of them, they always send me their plate of food. That little plate of food, everybody be sending me like, hey Paulette, look at this, so cute. I'll be like, oh, my plate would never look like that. Like, how do you all make your meat so it looks so juicy? It looks so good. I would have to put it in a crock pot and try to throw some sauce on it or something. But there's a lot of sisters that I have, even some brothers that know how to cook. And I just want to say kudos to you guys. Okay. Kudos to you guys. Because I know your spouse is definitely happy that sometimes y'all can take turns in that kitchen. That's amazing. But I mean, I can follow a recipe real good. My issue is that's not my forte. Remember, out of six kids, I'm the only one. Me, even my brothers can cook. All my brothers can cook, but I'm the only one that need to tighten it up. A schmidget. Probably need to tighten it up a little bit, but I can get certain staple foods. I can get it done. I can get it done from scratch. I like my shrimp alfredo. I like doing it from scratch. Yeah, I learned all of that too. But I'm not no big cook. Like I could throw this and throw that and put a little. Nah, I gotta follow a recipe. And the ones that I do know out of my head, they're my staple meals, and my kids love them. My husband love it, and that's the one I keep making. That's it. But yes, guys, like I was mentioning to you guys, thank you for joining Life with Paulette. For those that are new here, I just want to say welcome. For those that are coming back, I want to. Can you guys hear me? I just got a call. Sorry, sister. I'll call you back. Okay. I'll call you back. So for the ones that just called, I'll call you back, sister. Sorry. But yeah, that's all I have for y'all today to Brother TNT. Y'all know that Brother Tony comes on every day, every day. Every day, Brother Tony comes on, Brother TNT comes on, if I'm not mistaken. He does TNT News Mondays. Mondays I know he's gonna come on Thursday for sure. Today's Tuesday. He's coming on tonight, so probably Monday, Thursday, Tuesday, or every day too. But the team, like a little hint, I think every day after hours, that would be great. I just want you to know that. Just do every day after hours, so that way we can get a routine. Brother Tony comes on every day around at 11:30 to 2:30 time frame, and then Brother TNT, you should just come on every day. Just come on because that way everybody can get their cooking on and whatever extra that they need. But for right now, guys, I'm gonna say deuces. Has been a nice conversation. I updated you guys on my whereabouts and how that went. And today was one of those days, guys, that Paulette can stay calm and in her seat because I was this close to just doing all that. Just disclose. Okay. So for those that want to know what it was, just go back and re-listen and y'all will figure out what I was talking about. Guys, it was a blessed day. God showed up and he activated and everything went perfectly fine without me getting out my seat. All right.